in the bonus, so Frank Barber will step to the line. 2 shots. First one bounces off the front of the rim. 91-74, South Hopkins leads with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. Barber's second one is good. Payton brings it down the floor for the Maroons. They're going to look to taken away by Falk. He just came out of nowhere and goes in for a layup and scores. South Hopkins has just come alive now. They make another interception. Number 22, Frank Barber. They wave that basket off and say that was a charge. So that'll be against Frank Barber, number 22. Got a timeout, Maroons.
Well, Karen, you've done so excellent to carry me through so far. I don't think I could have handled it. This game, as we expected, is a good ball game. And again, folks, this lead doesn't tell you really what the game's all about. North Hopkins, a very courageous bunch of guys. And to be honest, they happen to be friends of mine, the biggest part of them. I appreciate them. Coach Don Parsons, can't stand up for him. South Hopkins, though, has worked hard. Probably deserved to win this ball game because they have put out a great effort. They've had a lot of, I won't call it luck, but a lot of good shooting, a lot of good rebounding tonight. If they'll hold on to things like that, they can win. So right now, Coach Parsons has pretty much taken his starters out, got some of the other boys in to play. I see Brian Brown still on the floor. Is about the only starter I can see from here for North Hopkins. Coach Evans, as of yet, are letting his South Hopkins players continue since this is the last game. I take it back to last year. They'll be playing as a South Hopkins Tomcat High School team. So Brian Harper, and you can't turn up for Brian Harper, probably one of the best ball players I've seen in this county in a long time. Foul's going to be called on, let's see, that's William Lazier for Madisonville North. I think it'll send Heath Falk to the line with 1:41 to play in this game. South Hopkins leading 94-74. So, again, it's a tough thing to have to lose, but North has carried themselves well. South Hopkins has been, just what they are. They're a good ball club, and nobody denies that. A bunch of gentlemen to go with it. Heath Falk with both shots up and in. Increases South lead 96-74. Minute and a half left to go. A long one put up, comes off by North. Kicked out, North with the long rebound. Brian Brown up under and good. Good strong move by Brian. Chad Creek over to Travis Hypock up and in for South. They haven't let up. Minute 10 seconds left. 98-76. And North going to war under the basket. Rebound put back in by North Hopkins, number 41. Who is that? 41. Oh, Silas Matcham. And a foul's going to be called on number 11 for Eric Payton for North Hopkins, sending Travis Hypock to the line. 50 seconds left in this game. South leading 98-78. Travis Hypock for 2. First one's good. He's going to try to puncture this century mark with this shot. The crowd will tell you. And you hear it. South Hopkins leading 178. A long one put up comes off by North. North with the rebound. Matching the long one. Comes off. Rebounded, put back up by Bashir. And North won't quit. Brian Brown finally puts it up and comes off. Chad Creek comes out of there for South. up and comes off. 25 seconds left in this game, folks. Along with nothing but the bottom of the net for, let's see, that's Matcham again, I think, number 41 for North. Brian Hopper sort of takes the ball out front. South is going to be satisfied to keep the ball right where it is. And this game is not over. There's 2 seconds, 2/10 left on this clock. Brian Hopper got a little bit anxious, threw the ball up in the air. But it has, as far as the score, it's over. And the final score is 181. You see a very jubilant crowd of South Hopkins people coming to the floor. These young folks from South are very proud of what they're seeing tonight and what they have seen. Brian Hopper comes out of the pack and goes directly to the North Hopkins Maroon dressing room to talk to all these North Hopkins boys. And if you've ever seen a class act done, there was a class act. With this crowd on the floor, Brian Hopper left that floor, went to the North Hopkins dressing room directly to talk and congratulate those boys.
Right,
that was a class act. Can you take it just a moment, please?
Sure.
Talk about that.
Well, I tell you what, folks, this has been really an exciting game. As you can see, a lot of the South Hopkins fans around the floor congratulating their ball players tonight. Both teams played an excellent game. Our final score is 100. South Hopkins Tomcats 100, the Madisonville Maroons 81. It was an exciting game, even though the score reflects a 19-point finish here. The game itself was much more exciting. South Hopkins came out, shot a lot of threes, hit those threes. The Maroons made a run in the third quarter, but just couldn't quite bring it to a close. So we end up with South Hopkins will be facing the Panthers on Thursday night for the final game of the 7th District Tournament.
Absolutely, Karen. Great. We're going to get over to Jim here to give you the final individual scoring for this second round game between Madisonville North Hopkins Maroon and the South Hopkins Tomcats. South Hopkins victorious 181. Jim's about ready for the individual scoring and a few comments, Jim.
Well, first comment, what a game. South Hopkins Tomcats, I'm not going to call any one individual, I'm going to call out 6. Brian Hopper, Travis Ipock, Heath Falk, Frank Barber, Travis Willett did all the scoring. What a game they all played, and Chad Creek come in with a good defense and helped them out when they got in foul trouble. For the scoring, Brian Hopper, 29 points, 17 in the second half after spraining his ankle the first half. Travis Ipock got a little slow start, came on with 25 points and carried them when Hopper was out there. Just a little bit of start in the second half. Tremendous game for Heath Falk, playing with a broken nose, by the way. Had 29 points.
I wasn't aware of that.
Frank Barber had 9. Travis Willett had 8. Well, let's give North Hopkins credit. They knew the nose was broken, and they didn't go after it. So that showed good sportsmanship there. Just too much firepower for the Tomcats tonight. Madisonville.
Jim, before you give that, I want to do this with you before you give North individual scoring. I told Karen I saw something that's about as classy as I've ever seen from any ball player. After winning a big game like this, a jubilant crowd in the center of the court, I saw Brian Hopper come out of that, immediately come out of it, go to North Hopkins dressing room to talk to the North Hopkins players because he knows what it is to lose. He wanted to talk to them first and then go back and celebrate. That's a class act.
Brian understands that. I'll say this about the South Hopkins kid. Every one of them, I'll brag on every one of them. It's a class act from a word go, and it starts at the top with Coach Dan Evans. Let's give me North Hopkins totals now. Brandon Osborne had 10 points. Russ Oates had 10. Brian Brown had, I didn't count his. And Brian Brown had 23, missed several free throws, but played a tremendous basketball game. Parker McAllister had a good game, 17 points. DJ Johnson had 6. Matt Bashir had 5. Silas Matcham had 5. And Trevin Brinkley had 5 for a total of 81 for North Hopkins. And it was a fast-paced, good basketball game all night.
Jim, you told that right. We're going to be back here Thursday night for the ladies championship game between the
boys Thursday.
Boys Thursday?
Boys is Thursday.
I'm sorry. The boys championship game, and I thought the ladies were first, but they will play Friday night for the ladies championship at 7 o'clock. The boys will be here at 7 p.m. on Thursday night then, and the matchup will be the very, very scrappy Dawson Springs Panthers against the South Hopkins Tomcats. We're looking forward to another good ball game, and let me tell you, folks, if you want to see something, come see this this boy down at Dawson Springs named Cotton, because he can play that basketball, and you know what South can do. You've watched that here, but you won't miss nothing if you come and see that ball game.
Well, this whole tournament, Lendl, has been about all the youngsters of Hopkins County putting it on the line for their school, and I think whole Hopkins County can be proud of every game been played so far, and I'm looking forward to 2 more good ones.
Absolutely, Coach, and something else. The ladies game now, the matchup between the ladies South Hopkins Cats and the North Hopkins Maroons is going to be quite a matchup, a game I'm sure most of you will want to be present to see, because it'll be worth the price of admission. Well, again, you've got such outstanding ball players. This Rickard girl over at Madisonville is something else. And Natalie South's good also.
And it's also been over a year since they played each other. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that one. Should be a good matchup, Lendl.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to all of them. Jim, we'll see you Thursday night. Thanks so much, and what a great job you do.
Thank you.
All right. Karen Cunningham, if you got just a moment before I wrap this thing up, I want to get over to you. Jim Beshears, naturally, I can't say too much good about Jim because we go back too far, and he is a great guy. But myself and Ron Elliott, we've been so proud. Ron tells me, he just sits there and gives me thumbs up about you all night long. And really and truly, you are to be commended, but how much I appreciate you. I would never have made it through these games.
Oh, yes, you would have, Lendl. You'd have made it just fine, and everything would have gone just as well without me, but I appreciate the fact that you've let me come and share this with you.
Listen, the way my voice is tonight, the laryngitis would have come on, and everybody out there would have been tickled in. They wouldn't even hear me. But with you sitting here filling in and helping me like you did, I can never say thank you enough.
You're
looking forward to seeing you Thursday night at Nothing Bends a Break.
Okay.
And that will be the boys' championship game. I thought it was the ladies, but Jim said the boys' championship game is Thursday. So I'm looking forward to another good ball game Thursday night. Now, again, the starting time of that ball game tip-off is 7 o'clock instead of 6 for the usual start, since there's one game only. And we will be showing those games at 10:30 every night. And right now, the way our schedule is, we're going to show these ball games like this one, for instance, will be shown